Teacher, like everybody comes over to our house, like it just seems like you come into our house, and now we're coming over to your house.
Glad to have
And
you
it just
over.
feels really cool. But I don't belong in this house.
Of course you do.
I don't have any. I mean, that was a great reading. That was such a cool reading with like stuff. My phone is going to talk to me. I mean, you guys, I just want to thank you. It's amazing what you've done. It's amazing what you've done for Baltimore and the literary scene. It's really fantastic. Thank you for getting all of us out of the student center.
Thank you for showing up. Nobody would be here if it wasn't for you.
That was a great reading. I'm going to read, I'm only reading new poems. I just decided since, yeah, and I've never done that before, so we'll see in the end how it worked out. I decided that what I would do is read in a certain period of my writing time, which started in May and goes up till now, because I lost my dad in May. And I'm not saying that to catapult us into some depression, but I'm saying it because the thing that happens, I think, that happened to me, which I didn't expect, was that part of me just died. And I didn't really imagine that. So then it became like starting over again. There was some sense of starting my life over when that happened. And one of the things I did was I started writing these poems that were in literal time, because it was like, I just say to myself, when I went to my studio in the morning, I just say to myself, okay, 5 minutes, go. And I would just write. And I was trying to be very aware of time, because time suddenly seemed completely absurd to me without my father in the world. And I think I was trying to understand it. I was trying to jot it down, like jot down time. It was sort of like, like speed dating with time, because I would write like a 5-minute poem and I would just literally time it and then I'd stop. So I'm going to read you a couple of those and then I'll read you some other things too. This is a 5-minute poem. In 5 minutes, this poem will be finished. You can sustain almost anything for 5 minutes, except your breath, or a handstand, or hanging on a ledge high above the traffic, or swimming underwater in a cold ocean among the rocks and kelp, all of which took 3 minutes, with 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to finish this poem that is now mostly over. So I better put a pearly white moon in it, the one that startles you in its white coat. I mean coat of fur, like a white horse glimpsed in an open field, and a bird singing, if I have a second to set one on a dark branch to make anything that has gone wrong right. 2. This 7-minute poem might suffer, trying to be like its 5-minute cousin, with 2 extra minutes to figure out. It might have to think about the dried yellow roses on the windowsill, making vowel sounds with their stiff, petally mouths. Beside them, the small white stones sleep like dogs. These 2 extra minutes have the luxury of listening to the wind in the trees, their orange and gold leaves all ears, the thrill of cold air coming from the north. With just 2 more minutes, I don't have time to learn Spanish. To give what I must be feeling some vertebrae, some fire. The Spanish poets, poor them, to have passion within such proximity, in the mouth, the teeth, the words, to not be able to distinguish words from music. 3. Now it is 11 a.m. The worst is behind me. I can be decent for an hour, and then there's lunch, something salty, maybe something just off the vine. I can do my work in the afternoon and then open a book and feel every word charged through me. I, a poet, with too little courage, too little devotion, have temporarily lost my place in the cosmos. The phone just rang. Where was I?